Have you ever had the impression that a woman, whether she is a co-worker or someone you know casually, is acting strangely and unspoken around you? Her demeanor betrays a deeper side, and her intensity isn't subtle. Not even in the way she looks at you, it is an undeniably intense longing. The problem is that most men are unaware that women won't openly express that they are thinking of you in this way. Instead, they let their behavior speak for them. There are hints that she is too shy to acknowledge, such as the way she stands or how her body reacts to your presence. Watch out for sign number 5, which is one of the clearest indicators that a woman wants you and can hardly hide it. What about sign number 10? The game changes entirely when her desire is revealed. These are signs of intense bodily desire rather than merely random ones. Extended eye contact behaviors. Let's start with one of the most obvious signs of intense desire, a subtle shift in her demeanor that most men miss. But once you see it, you'll understand how desperately she's trying to control her feelings. When a woman wants you, her nerves betray her. She may try to keep a professional or casual demeanor, but the strain she is under will show through in subtle but noticeable ways. Suddenly, this calm, self-assured woman starts to stumble over her words, laugh tensely, or turn away. This isn't because she's afraid. Rather, it's because you've completely thrown her off balance. I call this phenomenon the silent spotlight effect. Whether she realizes it or not, her body cannot hide the fact that you have captured her attention. What should she look for? Does she cast sidelong glances when she notices your lack of interest? Does she have a reason for brushing her hair behind her ear? Congratulations, you have her undivided attention. Perhaps she over-explained something unimportant. Things start to get really interesting at point 2 if she abruptly starts acting awkward or clumsy. What if she responds to you with more coordinated energy instead of nervous energy? When a woman has a strong desire for you, her body synchronizes with yours. She doesn't mean to do this. It's a subconscious reaction to her attraction, and she will unconsciously do the same. If you recline in your chair or cross your arms, you might notice her doing the same a few seconds later. Further, mirroring is her body's way of telling you that she is connected to you. Playful touches. She might start to imitate your energy level, speech rate, or even tone of voice. If you are comfortable, she will also notice if you are animated and will know what to look for. During a conversation, do you notice these small, frequently imperceptible changes? Does she start to imitate your movements? Does she sense your emotions and adjust her own accordingly? If so, you've piqued her interest beyond just words. Change over after noticing that she is singing in time with you. Let's talk about what happens when her desire shows up in her appearance. The third technique is called stealth grooming. A woman who is feeling a lot of desire will become very conscious of how she looks around you. This is instinctive and has nothing to do with vanity. It's a serious warning indication if she starts to change how she looks around you. She may reapply lip balm, move her necklace, or smooth her hair. These are intentional grooming behaviors that intensify when she is around you. Whether she realizes it or not, your opinion of her matters, so she wants to make sure everything is in order and knows what to look for. Watch for subtle changes. Does she straighten her posture as soon as you walk in the door? Does she put her hair behind her ear every few minutes? She utilizes these cues to let you know, mirroring body language. She cares about your perception of her transition, but there are other physical clues besides grooming. Let's now discuss a tendency that is considerably harder to ignore when she comes up to you in person: the random proximity drift. If a woman genuinely wants you, she will do everything in her power to get closer to you. This is not a coincidence. Rather, it is instinctive. Whether you are in a group setting, attending a meeting, or just interacting with others. She may put her suitcase next to yours, stand closer than is necessary during a conversation, or sit next to you in a crowded area. The goal is clear. She wants to be near you, even if it isn't always intentional. If you're paying attention, you can't miss it. What should I look for? Does she consistently find herself? Does the way she positions herself around you and within reach differ significantly from how she interacts with other people? She is drawn to you. So if she becomes closer to you while you are around, it's not your imagination. Being physically close is one thing, but what if her go-to weapon is laughter? It becomes fun at point 5. This is a clear indication that a woman will laugh more and harder than usual when she wants you. She is responding to you, not the punchline, so it doesn't really matter. When a woman feels attracted to you, long after the joke has ended, you'll notice her smiling and maintaining eye contact while leaning in to giggle. This is a natural reaction to how you make her feel, and if your joke isn't particularly funny, it's one of the easiest ways to build a connection. She is expressing to you how much she loves being with you by leaning in close and laughing without being forced. Does her laugh seem a little too loud, or does it come a little too quickly? These are just the first signs. Each one builds on the one before it, creating a more comprehensive picture of her desire. There are still 6 more signs to uncover, including the willful ignorance strategy. If she laughs at something that most people wouldn't find funny, it's probably directed at you. Here's a twist. A woman may act as though you're not there at all when she has a strong desire for you. This may seem counterintuitive, but it's how she controls her emotions. If she's worried about revealing too much or is trying to keep her composure, you'll notice that she is very aware of your presence, even though she may not be making physical contact with you. She may also lean her body slightly in your direction or react visibly when someone else calls your name. Keep an eye out if she seems to be playing it cool, but her actions reveal a lack of confidence. Does she remain nearby even while she is ignoring you? For example, does she swiftly turn away if you catch her staring at you? This push-pull interplay shows tremendous need, but things end up being light-hearted. When she decides to stop holding back, Ed teases her. You know her goal in making fun of you, whether in a group setting or one-on-one, is to make you the center of attention. She is experimenting at that moment, 7 with the tease of the spotlight. She can jokingly dispute anything you say or say something like, "Oh, I see." Women don't make fun of men. They don't care about this. It's a deliberate move aimed to grab your attention and show how confident you are. How to react to these indications. You have your typical coffee spill today, and she wants to see how you handle her energy and wit. If she is making fun of you, it's because she wants you to be up to the task and fit in with her personality. Does she smile, make long eye contact, or lightly touch your arm as she teases you? Does she seem to be aiming her jokes at you? All of these signs point to her luring you into her orbit, and she is enjoying herself while doing it. She teases you to show off her hilarious side, but when she starts to show emotion, you're in a whole other world. When a woman starts to share personal information or ask for your opinion on more complicated topics, she is intentionally trying to build a relationship that goes beyond casual interactions. She uses this as a chance to let you into her world and show you a side of herself that not everyone gets to see. She may open up about her family, her goals, or the problems she's facing. She may also ask for your opinion on a private matter or add, "I don't often mention this," but it's a powerful sign of interest. Key takeaways and displays. Although physical gestures can be even more transparent, emotional connection still has a significant impact. Trust. In action observes whether she begins talking about things that are important to her and moves past light conversation. When she does, Does she stoop closer? Does she seem genuinely curious about your opinions? If she is displaying vulnerability with you, she is experiencing something deeper. Let's talk about one of the earliest and most fundamental expressions of desire, the palm signal flash. This may not seem like much, but it's a common sign of attraction and trust. Whether a woman is holding something, fixing her hair, or making a gesture during a conversation, flashing her hand is an unconscious display of openness because the palm is a sensitive spot. Think of it as her body telling you, "I feel safe with you." This gesture has evolutionary biology roots and is not only arbitrary, it's a powerful indicator of her emotions when her hand motions constantly display her palm, especially when she is leaning in or making eye contact. Look for situations where her hand motions appear fluid and purposeful, giving you the all clear if she is unintentionally exposing her palms while speaking to you, even if she is small. These kinds of gestures convey so much about her that it's hard to ignore her eyes as they reveal her identity. The phenomenon of large eyes. When a woman is strongly attracted to you, her eyes will tell you it. This is one of the most evident signs of attraction and is referred to as the big eye. Phenomenon. Her eyes may widen temporarily, her pupils may dilate, or you may notice that she looks at you longer than normal. These are not just random behaviors. They are physiologic responses to increased excitement. Her eyes may make her face more intense. If you say something that piques her interest, she might soften or tilt her head slightly. That initial moment of concentration says a lot, even if she looks away right away. Later, her body can't hide the feelings in her head when she looks at you. Does her gaze linger? Do her pupils appear larger than usual, especially in lower light levels? These are clear signs that her attraction has reached an uncontrollable level. We've all been there. Honestly, when you think back on a period of time you spent with a woman, you realize that all the warning signs were there, but you decided to ignore them. Maybe it was something she said that you didn't understand at the time, or the way she looked at you is the biggest clue you have ever missed. Please share your story in the comment section. I'd like to hear it.